How's it going, guys? Justin from Walts, and today we're going to be doing a short video on different HDMI cables and why you might want to spend a little bit on your HDMI cable instead of just using the one right out the box. So we're looking at AudioQuest cables, and this is because they are a trusted brand, so we want to use the best cables that we can just to kind of talk about, and that way we are on the same page. So looking at carbon and cinnamon, those are the two. Well, there's more. There's forest, there's slinky, and there's a bunch of other ones that might cost a little more, might cost a little less, but for the most part, these are going to be two main ones. And cinnamon is going to be that entry-level cable, which is going to show you the biggest difference between your cheap out-of-the-box cable, and carbon is going to be for that really, really high-end audio. And if you're playing through like tower speakers, for example, you're really going to notice a difference. And what I mean is, it comes down to kind of that background noise, that white hiss that you might hear in the background when you're listening to music or just watching TV. And a lot of people don't realize it, but that could be your HDMI cable. Now, obviously, if you have a super cheap TV, you probably don't need the best cable. But if you're going to spend $2,000 to $3,000 on a TV, you probably want a pretty decent cable to make sure that you're getting the best possible picture and the best possible audio. It's kind of like if you were to buy a really fast sports car and drive it down the freeway, and then drive down the freeway with traffic. You're not going to go as fast. You're still going to get to the destination, or you might still get that picture, but it's not going to come in as fast and as clear as it would if there was no one on the freeway. Another analogy that I would have to say when it comes to different HDMI cables and really hearing the difference would be when you're on the road and you're listening to music and you roll the windows down. What do you have to do? You have to turn it up a little bit because the noise just gets a little bit distorted, and that's just because of the wind, right? So think about it as the same thing. If you start with your cheap $5 out-of-the-box HDMI cable, you might hear that little background noise. It might be a little bit more noticeable than you want it to be. So then when you upgrade to something like the cinnamon, which is kind of that entry-level cable, but it is a big jump from your standard HDMI cables, you're going to notice a huge difference. It's almost like you roll the windows up and now it's clear again. You have to turn the volume back down because it's so clear. So I'd really, really recommend looking at what kind of cable that you need for your TV. The more you spend on a TV, the more quality cables you're going to want to hook up to it, because what good is it going to be if you can't push that image as fast as it needs to be, or that audio source as clear as it needs to be. Thanks for watching, and visit walts.com before your next purchase of electronics and ask for a custom YouTube coupon code. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and if you have any questions, leave them below.